Listen up, Necromunda is back. I wax up your flamer, praise the Emperor, put something perilously close to a KKK hood on your head, and get ready to scourge and purge like it's the 41st millennium. Or 1995, take your pick because Necromunda is back. It's more than back, it's the new Armageddon, which is the new skirmish game, which is the new echo of the FFG 40k RPGs, which is the new Inquisitor 54mm game, which is the new take on 2nd edition RPG-esque rules, which Necromunda was once the new thing of. Don't worry if you didn't understand all that. Here's the important part. Necromunda is back. You might be wondering why I'm shilling for a 20-plus-year-old specialist game. You might also be wondering why I'm spoofing a 4-year-old Mr. Beatung video. Well, now is the time to reveal who I really am. I'm actually a high-ranking member of the Adeptus Mechanicus who has been smuggling arms to the Redemptionist cult on Necromunda, by which I mean I have read the Redeemer comics and really liked them. And as the foremost sub-Z-list 40k YouTuber, I'm sure Games Workshop is waiting with bated breath for me to talk about my thoughts on what they've shown and how they should handle the new Necromunda remake, hopefully in a poorly delivered and incredibly autistic way. Well, you're in luck, because that's exactly what I'm going to do. Part 1. The joke of this riff on Mr. Beatung's Cyberpunk video has gone on too long and I'm going to stop now. So, GW are bringing back Necromunda and I'm excited. Necromunda was perhaps the most memorable of the specialist games, mostly for two reasons. Its your dude potential and its truckloads of personality, and from what little we've seen, things look promising. As far as rules go, we haven't heard enough to make any real judgment, just that they're mixing elements of 2nd and 8th edition. To keep that your dude's potential, they just need to keep things open. As long as they don't make as many bad decisions as they did with Shadow or Armageddon, they should be alright. Even if they do totally fuck up, then the old rules are still there, so we have a strong fallback either way. The miniatures look pretty damn good. A bit better unpainted, they seem to be done by the same guy who did a lot of the Blood Bowl stuff. There's technical skill there, but I and a whole lot I've heard from don't like it much. It's all got a cartoony look that I feel doesn't quite fit on a 3-dimensional piece. That aside, they feel very much like the classics, especially the Escher models. This makes me very hopeful. The main thing I want to discuss is the thematics of it all. As stated, Necromunda had a whole lot of personality. It took one of 40k's most interesting environments and gave it all a cyberpunk tint. It wore its influences on its sleeve and or tattooed them on its rippling arm muscles. It was aggressive, in-your-face, offensive, silly, and revelled in taking the icons of its time and boosting the saturation and scale of them all. In short, it was unrepentantly stupid. And that was a good thing. You see, Necromunda contained it all, and anything that did seep out never did so in sufficient scale to drive the setting as a whole. That meant Necromunda could be as stupid as it wanted and would never hurt the wider 40k universe. This stupidity is part of what made it all so fun. The best thing GW can do is not fuck with that. The Escher models make me think they won't. The Goliaths though, I mean, they look good and the following is clearly based on paranoia, but I am a paranoid person. And this is GW we're talking about, if anyone knows how to ruin a good thing. So, the old Goliath miniatures had something of an overt BDSM look going on. It gave off a strong Mad Max vibe. The new models? Well, I've seen one interpretation that this mask is reminiscent of this scene. A good spot, but other than that slight stretch, it seems to have been tempered. I'm okay with the change in this case, but it hints at the possibility of a push to smooth out some of the edges of Necromunda. This would be a mistake, because Necromunda is unrepentantly stupid. If GW wants to capture that Necromunda magic, they need to be just as unrepentant. Damn the times and damn what the meek and boring masses cry. Necromunda has the KKK in space. Necromunda takes influences that are not at all PC. Necromunda has crazy man-hating Amazons. Necromunda has a police force of undeniable Judge Dredd clones. Did I mention the space KKK? This is what gives Necromunda its personality. This is what makes it so unrepentantly stupid. GW needs to embrace this. It would be sensible to file down the KKK hoods on any Redemptionists. That's why GW should give KKK hoods to as many Redemptionist models as they can. Be unrepentantly stupid. Be unrepentantly something of a bygone era. Be unrepentantly silly. Be unrepentantly shameless. Be unrepentantly fearless. Be unrepentantly fun. Be unrepentantly Necromunda. If GW embraces everything Necromunda was, then Necromunda might just be fantastic again.